Hey guys, it's Lisa Goodman with GoodSkin Clinics, and I really wanted to show you how I do my morning routine for the Untouched Look. As you know, we believe in delivering untouched results, but sometimes you still want to wear makeup, feel more flawless, more beautiful, but you don't want to look like you have makeup on. So I want to show you what I do in the mornings, even when I go into work. And first off, we're going to start with foundation. Okay, so what's really funny is I've actually learned, I treat a lot of makeup artists, and they've even shown me how to do my makeup to be even more natural. For the longest time, I thought I was doing a natural makeup look, but I really wasn't. But they told me that the first step was your foundation and prepping the skin for your foundation. So I always suggest using a moisturizer, something that isn't too greasy, but something that isn't too thick. This is one called Fluid VIPO2 by Biologique. So first step is you wash your face as always, and then I'm going to spray this into my palm. So 2 sprays, rub it together, and pat it into your skin. Make sure it's nice and soaked in and even, okay? So first I wanted to talk about Tom Ford. I like Tom Ford because it looks the most natural, gives you the most even tone when you put it on your makeup, but you can also play it up a little bit if you want to go to a nighttime look and add on some glitter or some more drama to it. So I'll show you that. So just did my foundation. I'm then going to use Chantecaille. I like this brand because it's a very clean makeup brand for my foundation. Now, I don't know if a lot of you know this, but when you're putting on your makeup, you want to make sure you're using something that doesn't soak, not a brush. I like using the Beauty Blender, but a lot of people don't know how to use the Beauty Blender. You're actually supposed to get the Beauty Blender really wet. So what you're supposed to do is run it under cold water and pump your hand a couple times with the sponge and let the sponge get even bigger. You want it to not be super dry. I actually didn't know that you're supposed to get the Beauty Blender like double the size of what it is when it comes in, okay? Then you can put a little bit of makeup on your face. Less is more, okay? And this is really simple. You can just dab it in, do it in your T-zone, and then you just wanna sponge it in. Make sure you're nice and even. And you guys, my sisters, I think as you know already, I'm one of 4. I'm one of the middle sisters, and honestly, part of the reason I do injections, a lot of the times the reason I like injections is because I don't want to have to do a lot of makeup to cover imperfections like dark circles, or I do lasers to help with uneven skin tone. But even with all that, I still want to sometimes feel more flawless in my skin tone and just like pretty when I go to work. And that's our look at work, is polished and undone. Okay, now that I've done my foundation, my sponge is still wet, you guys. And if you look at my sponge, I barely have any makeup on it. So the goal is to really not have your sponge soak up all the makeup, but your skin. Part of that is making sure that you have a good base, which is what I did with the Fluid VIPO2. Okay, let's move on to my eyes, my best asset. So, first off, what I like to do is definitely get a good base. Always foundation, foundation, foundation. Always get a good base and prep the skin. I like this Laura Mercier eyelid prep, and I'm gonna show you. You just need a little bit. You can even just use your finger to pat it in. Now, if you're somebody who's even, for my age, I sometimes feel like if I have a lot of allergies, my eyelid skin looks a little bit more crepey or just not as even. Starting with a foundation like this one is gonna help make it even. Sometimes I don't even have time to put on my eyeshadow, so I'll just leave the house with this, and it even helps open my eyes and make them look a little brighter, and it complements my brows. So after you do that, you can then go into your eyeshadow. So like I said, I really like the Tom Ford brand because his colors are very neutral, not over the top, but like I said, you could still bring in some nighttime, pizzazz to it. So you start with this, you start with the lighter tone right here, okay, and you sweep it on. Now, one thing I really did learn from a makeup artist who taught me was that it's not even about the product, but it's how you apply the product and making sure that you're doing it really, really lightly and not with a lot of force. The less force you use and just kind of sweeping it on and being really gentle, that's how you get more of that natural look and contour of the eye, and it makes sure it all blends. So you can even see from this eye to this eye how this one just has this natural curve to it with even the tiniest amount of color. Okay, so very, very, you know, before when I used to do my makeup, I used to be really rough with it like this. You don't want that. So you can even see the difference in how just being gentle with your strokes will give you a more natural appearance. Okay, so that's how I would do and leave my eyeshadow for going to work, okay? Next, let's move on to lips, and then I'll show you cheeks, and then I can even show you how to add a little flavor to your eyes if you wanna go out at night, if it wasn't COVID. But now it's COVID and you wanna like dress up the biggest asset, which is your eyes, right? You know, that's all anybody can see with a mask on. So I'm gonna just curl my lashes really quick. Helps my eyes pop. Okay, let's go on to lips. So I'm gonna show you how I use two different colors to give you the best look for your lips. Okay, so like I said, I really like Tom Ford. This is the color Rouge à la Vert. So basically, Emily in Paris, this is for you, because it's French. Okay, so I'm gonna show you two different ways to do your lips, and I'm actually gonna combine them. I'm gonna use the Tom Ford, okay? And I'm gonna use one of my favorite drugstore brands. This one is Rimmel, and the color is Enchantment. I actually also learned about this little trick from a makeup artist, so I'm gonna show you both, okay? So what I suggest doing is starting with lining the lips, okay? And if you, and this goes back into injections, and whenever I'm working on lips and asymmetries of the lip, I'm always looking, girls come in all the time and they're like, my lip's asymmetrical. Okay, well, let's dissect the lip. Is it the lip color? Is it the lip edge? Is it the vermilion border? Or is it literally that you've lost color? So a lot of times people don't realize it, but you can even see on my bottom lip, my vermilion border or the color of my lip goes all the way to the right side. But if you see my left side, see how I lost a little color here? So, utilize your lip color. Make sure you blend it in, okay? And again, application. Don't draw it on like you're angry at your lips. Less is more. Accent that Cupid's bow. And bring it down. And then once you've lined them, bring the color up into the lip, so that it blends up, okay? Rub that together a little bit. See how it starts to blend into my entire lip, and then if I want to finish it off and have even richer color, I'm gonna go in, like I said, with the Tom Ford and dab it in. And what's so funny, I get asked all the time, girls come in and they're like, I have these lips in my lines. I'm like, yes, that's called natural. You don't want your lips to look so blown out that you have no natural lines in your lip. Okay guys, that's my lips. Now let me show you how to apply your cheeks and your bronzer to accentuate your features, okay? Partly the mid-cheek. This is what's really important. A lot of people think that you're supposed to be, again, harsh with your bronzers or your mid-face makeup, but you want to do it really, really light. Again, less is more. So I'm going to use the Radiance Gel Bronzer by Chantecaille. Again, I really like this brand. It's very clean. And what I also like about it is you don't need a lot of product. Literally, the tiniest bit goes a long way. So I have the tiniest amount on my finger. I'm going to dab it in like that. And then I'll use a brush and fan it in. Now with my makeup in the past, I used to be really rough with it. Again, gentle. And as you do that, you're gonna get a much more natural result. And it's gonna look more of like an airbrush technique, which is what you're hoping for. See how I've given it more of an airbrushed effect? You can really see on this cheek, okay? How it looks really even, natural. It just accentuates my current cheekbone. I'm not over contouring, and it looks natural, like a natural stroke of my cheek. Now, one thing I do wanna point out, since pretty much my makeup is done and I haven't even set it, is I literally haven't sprayed any highlighter, and I haven't done any, like one product I love is the Tarte Dewy Spray. I haven't done anything like that. But because I prepped my skin properly, look how dewy and natural it looks. Looks like my skin's airbrushed, flawless. This would be a great day to night look. Okay, almost done. Okay, next thing I wanna show you guys is how you could then take this kind of look and then transition it into a nighttime look. So let's say you're just getting off work, just like me. I literally go straight from the office to my dates. Barely have any time. And what I want to show you guys is how you can use the Tom Ford. Okay. You can use their dip eyeshadow and make it much more dramatic. And with a more dramatic look, you can throw on more of a leather coat, be more edgy, sexy, whatever gets you going. Okay, so this is even just one eye to the next. So that's really light. I can go even a little heavier with it. Brush it in, okay? See how it gets that nice little natural almond glitter right there? And then if I even want to bring it up more into the eye, you can take more of a flathead brush and brush it up into the middle, okay? Again, very gentle. See how I've now taken this daytime eye to more of like a sultry, dramatic eye at night. And then if you want to bring it into the eye at the bottom at your waterline right here and connect the dots, you've now literally transformed your like daytime eye to more of a nighttime look. Guys, and this is me. I am not a makeup artist. I generally have my hair up, brushed back, my little GoodSkin tie with my little scrubs. Like I'm not a professional. So that's why I wanted to show you how you could literally be just like me, you know, and feel beautiful. And then last step before leaving, I always try to brush my brows up, make sure they're nice and fluffy. I like a more fluffy look. And this is where you also want to be aware of any brow asymmetries. I use Botox to help get my brows more even, but if you feel like one brow is a little lower, triple check how the hair is growing in, triple check that you're brushing one more up if you feel like it's a lower brow. These little tricks will help you feel more symmetrical. And that's that. You can have this untouched look just at home. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you take home a couple tips and tricks to make your at-home makeup routine that much better. I really want you to know that at GoodSkin Clinics, we strive on delivering the most tailored, healthy aging approach that incorporates all 5 parts of aging: bone, muscle, skin, fat, and connective tissue. It doesn't just start with makeup or end with injectables, it's all of it. So make sure you drop your comments below, tell us what you want to see, and don't forget to like and subscribe.